Hello and good morning to everyone from Texas. This is Grandpa Hickory. I've been out doing my walking this morning and I got all that done. I sure am glad. You know, when you start walking, you get to thinking, ooh, I'll be glad when it's over with. But you got to disconnect your mind from it. Don't think about it. You just keep going because the rewards from exercise and walking is excellent for all of us, especially you elders. And I'm right there with you. I'm fixing to be 73, so this is why I try to go walking early every morning. But here in Texas, we've been having a lot of storms, and now the storms are kind of fading out, and in its place is coming in the high heat. And they're talking about us going to 100. And I tell you what, I dread this. I don't do well in hot weather. I don't know about you. I kind of like things cool. You know, today's video is on when I walked with her. You know, me and my wife, we were hoping, we were having plans on moving to Panama and retiring over there when I finally got to the point to where I could retire. Well, we went and got our passports, and we got them all ready, and we were, finding out all we could about Panama, getting in touch with everybody, for the visas and everything. And they have what they call a pensionado, and that's a real good thing for people from America that retire over there on the Social Security, and you get free everything. Free dental, free medical. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Now, you can take out additional insurance if you want to, and it was dirt cheap. And you could live over there dirt cheap. You could rent a beautiful, big old compound, a home, and a swimming pool on it and everything for about, I think it was less than 100 American dollars a month. Now, these were all the things, that we were planning on. This has been years ago. And of course now, the greedy billionaires in America have gone to Panama because they saw a market for it, that elderly people over here, senior citizens, were escaping America because of their high increasing rents. And the real estate companies lobbying, which is bribing our legislatures, to get them to increase property taxes and give the real estate people the ability to charge Texans Californian prices and New York prices because they're greedy. And this is what they want to do, and it should not be that way. We used to have a Consumer Protection Agency in the United States of America, but the people in power in Washington right now, they're the ones that done away with all these things. All the benefits for America, they have literally wiped out. And you know who I'm talking about. We're hoping, praying to God we can change all that in this coming election. I'm right there with you. But me and my wife, we would walk together and talk together. And we made so many plans. I have so many regrets because I was always working overtime. But you see, the reason I was is I was trying to build up money so that when we retired and we moved to Panama, that we could just, have a wonderful time. Listen, in Panama, I think it's Bocata, I'm not quite for sure how you pronounce it, and there's another area, they're up in the mountains. And the temperature stays at 68 to 70 degrees year round. And you don't need a motor car. You can walk. You can walk with your feet. I mean, you can go everywhere. They got a big, huge market, and they sell fresh produce every day. Listen, their produce grows year-round over there. You can have your own little garden at your place. It was wonderful, and we were so looking forward to it. We were already in touch with the people. We were going to do the tour over there, and the tour back then for two was... I think they had a special for $1,900 for two people, and that included your airfare and everything from the United States to Panama, and back, you know. And it covered everything while you was over there. We were going to do the 7-day tour, and they take you everywhere. They connect you with the attorneys that handle your visas, and they take you to the banks where you start your papers for your having your Social Security check deposited monthly in Panama, and this secured your visa and everything. And you got what we were going after was the pensionado visa, and I don't know what it is now. My wife has been gone over 7 years now, so I've got 3 years on my visa, and I haven't even left the country. I had to have surgery, had a lot of things happen. But you know, when I walked with her, we had so many plans. And you know, that's the way it is in life. All of us have a lot of plans. But hey, things happen in our lives that we have no control over. And we were blindsided totally by this. The oncologist that she had in Fort Worth, she's a woman, and I can't say her name because the algorithm will not allow me to do that, but she is one of the most sorriest people on the face of the earth, and God will try her in the coming judgment. She murdered my wife. She bombarded my wife with tons of prednisone. I'm not kidding you. Over 26 years, my wife took so much prednisone. The doctors at the hospitals and everything, when she was dying, they said, "Sir, the chemo has caused it, the prednisone's caused it, and on top of it all, she put my wife on an experimental drug called Exloda." Now, I had my wife on herbs, and my wife was doing so good she didn't need any chemotherapy. All of her tumors left her body. We had to go to Houston, Texas, and we had to stay there. We had a 2-week time, and they couldn't believe the tumors that were all over my wife's body. And they photographed her and everything, and you know, and then they sent us home for a week, and we had to go back again. And my wife hit the door, and my wife was drinking China green tea, and she said, "Where's the herbs?" And I had my wife on herbs, and you know, I'm not allowed to give medical advice, but I had my wife on cat's claw. It's an herb that removes and knocks out tumors. And I had her on pau d'arco, a bark, which is from the bark tree in the rainforest in Brazil. And you can check it out. When the people in Brazil come down with cancer, the government gives them, their government gives them free pau d'arco. They get all they want free. So when I learned of this, I immediately started my wife on pau d'arco. That's P-A-U-D-E, that's a separate word, and then arco, A-R-C-O, pau d'arco, pau d'arco. And also got my sister on it. She had breast cancer, and everything cleared up for her like you wouldn't believe. Of course, she had already had her breast removed. There was nothing she could do. But she started immediately on the herbs, and my sister didn't have to do it. Well, her doctor threw fits after 7 years, just like they did with my wife. See, they weren't making money off my sister. They weren't making money off my wife. So they come in there and said, "Y'all got to start this Exloda, X-E-L-O-D-A. And there ought to be massive class actions lawsuits. I'd join it in a heartbeat against Exloda. But it causes 3 tumors to form in the brain. The first one is on the thyroid. It destroys the thyroid completely. The second one is the pituitary gland. See, they've learned all this stuff in the labs. People, I'm going to tell you something right now. The American Medical Association is against every one of us. Friends, they don't want you well. They don't make trillions of dollars off you being well, but they make trillions of dollars worldwide off You and your loved ones having horrible cancer that's destroying your bodies, they don't care. How much money have we given to the Cancer Society, the Cancer Fund? Have they ever found a cure? No, but they're still on the radio saying, we're getting close to a cure. We need your help. Send us your money. And that's all it is money. And the executives of the cancer funds and all these funds, well, they drive new cars. They got big old homes. They got big old diamond rings on their hands. They got big, fat bank accounts. And they make $100,000, $200,000 a year. And it all goes to administration costs. You know what they are. You know what they are. You know what they are. They're the same party that is in Washington, D.C. right now that's destroying our nation. That's what they are. And they'll tell you, oh, no, I'm a Republican. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not Republican. You're the other party that's against us. That's why you eat big old thick steaks. And people that are desperate with their wives dying of cancer, they're giving money to the cancer fund, and there's no cure. Oh, but we're going to get it next year. We need you to contribute again next year, y'all. What fake and phonies and scams. It's like that United Fund. Boy, I tell you what, that was the biggest joke on earth. You talk about a bunch of thieves. They busted that. I remember when that happened. They exposed them. I remember that. They ought to expose all the rest of them, but they can't because they AMA. And they're lobbyists that are in there bribing our politicians that we vote in to help us. They're passing that money out to them, man, and bribing them. And that ought to be against the law. Lobbying is bribery. It ought to be against the law. They are corrupting our politicians. There ought to be federal prison sentences for lobbyists. They're not for the good of mankind. They're liars. Oh, we're doing this for you good. No, they're not. No, they're not. Check it out. Follow them. Check it out. I have. I've researched lobbyists. Boy, the real estate lobby here in Texas, our governor, he advertised to the people of California, said, come to Texas. Come to Texas. We have good rent and everything else. We did. Boy, when the real estate agents saw that, oh, money, they saw dollar signs. They ran to their lobbyists and sent them to Austin, Texas, and to Houston, and all over Texas, and told them, here's money. Here's money. We want to charge California, New York prices. And just think of all the money, because all the people in Texas now, their houses and their properties, they're going to have to pay the property tax they pay in California, New York. Everybody's going to prosper from this. All the city governments and all the state, off all the sales taxes and all the property taxes. Why? We're in the money. We're in the money. Soon as we take everyone to the cleaners, we'll be in the money. This is what they've done to all of us. But I'm going to tell you something. When I walked with her, life was so different. You know, and we miss our loved ones that are gone on. She made me feel like I was 10 foot tall. She was so precious. And I'm sure your loved ones are the same way. But that was today's video. This is Grandpa Hickory. Please hit the like button. And I'm inviting you to subscribe to my channel. We all have so many memories of our departed loved ones, don't we? Your beloved brother, your sister, your mother, your dad, your grandparents. I understand. Right there with you. Well, goodbye from Texas. Y'all have a good day. Lord bless each and every one of you. Thank you for stopping by and visiting with me. You people have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next video.